In the darkness of the forest, the traveler walked along a narrow path. His heart beat faster when the torchlight no longer illuminated his path. Everything around was flooded with darkness. At the same time, there were no people nearby. He was one-on-one with nature. There was a slight breeze, which only increased the feelings of anxiety and fear. Breathing restlessly, he noticed that a soul-testing coolness swooped in behind him, as if death had taken a spectator seat on the path. His old boots, which inevitably made noise with every step, became slower and slower. The traveler looked around again, but saw nothing. In the wilderness of the forest, only the roar of the natural forest, which roared in the terrible wind, broke the silence. He continued to walk, but more and more often he stopped, obeying his confused fear. Suddenly he saw a gloomy building lying in a small clearing. For a moment, he did not notice the mirrored glazing on the windows, which are visible only from the inside in the twilight. The building was dark and haunting, as if someone had created it in the night. His inner voice told him that this was not the house to seek refuge in. He tried to turn around and move in the opposite direction, but it was too late. He heard a slight rustling in the bushes behind the rope, capable of causing a precise and dull alarm. He flung open the door of the house and entered the darkness, leaving the door wide open. Dimly seeing around him, he went deeper into the house. His disturbing footsteps eventually became audible, far beyond the house. Each step pierced his mind, making him realize his helplessness. He felt a dark gate open wide, revealing something much more terrible than he could ever have imagined. And so he approached him. He knew that all his deaths could not be avoided. Darkness enveloped him, and he knew it was not ordinary darkness, but something that had been made for him, a darkness designed to make him feel like he was alone with his own nightmares. Slowly and quietly, he heard his loud sigh in his cold ear. "You are my..." He heard a tense voice, and a flock of demons slipped imperceptibly into his dark eyeballs and slightly strained his muscles. What a terrible night it was, he thought.